What's shaking, everybody? Lords of the Long Box Thursday night cover price shakers list for December 2nd, 2021. You got your man of the Comic-Con podcast, Nemesis Prime, hosting again. So you got two shows this week, hosted by myself. Let's get into a little. I saw some, people wanted to hear some stuff that they haven't heard in a while or some old stuff. So I think I found something that TiVo hasn't played in a while. So let's get this started.
Do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. Make love and dance and sing, yeah. Got to get on the floor. You know life can give you more. Come on.
Gotta love Scratch Bastard.
That was
Scratchy
sweet.
scratch
Man.
on that.
That was sweet.
What's
Nice.
going on, everybody? Shout out to everybody in the chat. And I got a part-time Lord and a full-time Lord with me here tonight.
Yeah.
Say what's up, everybody to the party people. JB.
Man, welcome to the show tonight. You know how we do it. It is Thursday night. The Lords of the Long Box is going to give you a list unlike any other on YouTube. And you know what makes this list great? The interaction of the live chat, man. Put your scores up. I want to see what your score is tonight. We're going to have a great show. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh, and speaking of hanging out, what's going on? Dark Side Jedi twice in 2 days.
I know, right? Lucky you. Hey, my favorite list. Let's just get to it because this one is a fun one as always. And
Yes,
man, I'm
it
excited.
is. Let's pay some bills, of course. Make sure you check out one of our sponsors, KRS Comics. Check out all the exclusives at krscomics.com. Use the discount code of LOTLB to get 15% off any and all of their exclusive variants. Nothing new dropping this week. Of course, you still got the Batgirls out there, the Gun Honeys out there. And let's bring it right to you. The Cover Price Shakers of the Week. Of course, this list comes to us from our friends over at CovrPrice.com. You can get a nice Cover Price 2-week free trial or $6.99 a month. This sales list is focusing on the beautiful high sales, interesting finds that they have over on their shaker list. This list does change several times every day and throughout the week, so make sure to check back daily to review some of the hottest trending books in the market. And coming up at number one, or I should say first, what do we have there, JB?
Well, hold on real quick. Before we start, I want to shout out to Ferd Bird the Nerd for an awesome $5 super chat. Happy Thursday, fellas. From
Wait, there's another one. There's another one, too.
And Curtis Clifford, man. Thanks, everybody.
Whoa.
I like it. Man, this is going to be a great show. You guys ready for this one? We've talked about this book before. This has got a fantastic story. All right. So first up on the list, we've got Amazing Spider-Man issue number 20, The Uniqlo, Jason Poland, originally published in 2019 from Marvel Comics. And if you recall, we highlighted this book a few months ago. As a recap, Jason Poland is considered one of New York's quirkiest and most prolific artists. The quick drawing artist's goal was to draw every person in New York. While ambitious, he drew hundreds of New Yorkers every day. His work was featured in The New Yorker, The New York Times, and multiple art galleries. Uniqlo, a Japanese casual wear designer, manufacturer, and retailer located in major cities across the U.S., formed a unique partnership with Poland and Marvel. Now, Poland created original Marvel art featuring the Marvel logo and his version of Spider-Man swinging through New York. On the Uniqlo site, you could order this along with exclusive comics or purchase 2 of his t-shirts. I think I read that one wrong. One more time. On the Uniqlo site, you could also order one of these exclusive comics with the purchase of 2 Marvel Jason Poland graphic t-shirts. So you had to get 2 t-shirts. Okay, that makes sense. Now, this was Poland's first comic work. He only produced 2 comic book covers. This and the last cover on Spider-Man #1 variant from 2019, as he passed away from cancer a few months later in February of 2020. Now, in many ways, this comic is a work of art on its own and a truly unique collectible. It's unknown how many of these there are out there, but we know they're scarce. When we last reported on this, the only copy we had ever seen sold for a massive raw price of $1,136. Well, this week that was blown way out of the water by this huge sale of $8,850 for a rare CGC 9.8. Suddenly, this makes this book one of the most valuable modern variants out there. And his last cover on that 2019 Spider-Man #1 variant is sitting at $5 raw and $100 in a 9.8. That's an affordable alternative.
That's a pretty hefty price.
That's crazy. That is,
and it's pretty cool that how many Amazing Spider-Man books there really are variant-wise that are like, you know, really sought after and go for a hefty price like that. So kudos to Spider-Man variants.
But yeah, I don't know how many there are.
Book was on the list a while ago. I think the only other really expensive Spider-Man that compares.
Yeah, we have seen this before.
That big Delato cover.
So. And I just think it's fantastic that you don't know how many they are. So the next one that comes up, I mean,
10K,
this is huge. This is an artist that's passed away, so there's that collectability. This is a unique piece.
Absolutely. All right, number 2. What do we got there for number 2, Ryan?
Well, this week, number 2 is Fantastic Four 110. This is the Green Error variant, if you want to call it a variant. You know, error books are all the rage, and this error was a simple mistake where the wrong colors mixed, giving most of the cares, as you see, a green tint on the cover. For years, this green error was relatively cheap. A year ago, a CGC 8.0 marked a new high when sold for $931. Flash forward to today, and the regular version landed on our top 10 this week. If you saw us on Tuesday, we had the regular version because it had the first cover appearance of Agatha Harkness. This new interest helped this error hit an even higher price. With a CGC sale of $1,500. 8.5.
So this is her first cover appearance, Agatha Harkness's first cover. Okay, I can see that. And then you have the rarity of this being some sort of error. I wonder how many there are. I wonder if they really know how many there are.
Yeah, I like when on a weekly basis when we do the Tuesday show and the Thursday show, and you see sometimes the same book show up, especially if it's the regular cover, because you had it on the CovrPrice top 10. We had the regular cover, and now on the Shaker side, we're getting that error variant. So it's always good to see the same book stay in rotation.
Cool. Yeah, I agree.
So you got Fantastic Four number 110. What do we have for a number 3?
Well, so far I'm over 2. I don't know about you guys. So let's get to number 3. You know what? Let's make that 0-3. All right. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, issue number 1, the Terry Dodson 1 in 25 variant, originally published in 2013 from DC. Now, despite mixed feelings around recent Masters of the Universe content on Netflix, fans are still invested and ready to give Kevin Smith's version another shot. With that said, Masters of the Universe books are mostly holding value, with some on the rise. For example, our absolute favorite Terry Dodson variant. Now, Masters of the Universe books were always under-ordered, which helped turn this 1 in 25 variant into an incredibly tough book to find. I mean, who's ordering 25 of that, right? Now, the highest sold price for this used to be a CGC 9.8 at $600. However, that was beaten this week by a CGC 9.6 at $750. And we can't wait to see what the next 9.8 is going to do.
Man, I can't believe I don't have
for
this
9.6.
I'm a Terry Dodson fan, and I want to say this has been on.
I want to say this has been on the list before as well, or maybe not on the list, but when we were going through that day, we saw it. But I've seen this before. It's a pretty cover.
And there's also that other Master of the Universe book that has I think it's the Dave Wilkins, which has Skeletor on the front cover. That's another high price ratio variant as well. So if you're out there searching in bins, hey, you never know. Check He-Man's in the Master of the Universe. Check your H long box. You never know you could find in those variants. So He-Man and the Masters of the Universe #1, Terry Dodson, 1-in-25 ratio variant. Coming in next is a book that I've definitely probably seen in long boxes, and I just kept it there because I didn't think the book was worth anything. What do we got next, Ryan?
Well, that worthless book was Marvel Zombies #1, the Jerome Pena ant-sized 1-in-15 from back in 2015. And how often do you come across a book where the back cover is actually better than the front cover? There are more examples of this than you think. One look at the front, and it's an easy pass. If you look closely at this 1-in-15 variant, you'll see an ant-sized version of Elsa Bloodstone. However, if you flip to the back, then you'll find this. Do we have that picture?
Yes. Right there.
Pena's
right there.
Gorgeous representation of one of the aftermarket's favorite characters. This is a bit of a secret, which is not that much of a secret lately. Interest in this variant increased quickly, and raws are now selling for $80.
That's crazy, especially for a book that I remember when they did these for the Marvel Zombies. They had all those Ant-Man, and I just never picked this up because I'm just like, nope, don't care about it. It's can't be worth anything. It's just a white cover. But yep, Elsa Bloodstone, she's got a nice cult following for everybody. So this is definitely a book to be looking for as well. And Marvel Zombies is hot right now, so I'd give it a go in the back issue bins.
Oh, I bet you there's one out there. There's a couple. I feel like I've passed on this book numerous times.
I've definitely seen it. And again, like I said, it was nothing to me. I'm just like, oh, it's a little Ant-Man size. Who cares? So we have at #4 of Marvel's Avengers #1, the Jerome Opena ant-sized variant from Marvel Comics. What do we got next?
All right. At #5, we've got now question for you. No, we'll get to that later. Sorry. New Mutants issue #25, the Arthur Adams 1-in-25 variant, originally published in 2011 from Marvel Comics. Now, Ilyana Rasputina, is that how you say it? Ilyana Rasputina, aka Magic, and the sister of X-Men Colossus, got her start in an unnamed appearance back in a wildly popular 1975 giant-size X-Men #1. She has been in over 500 comic books and was portrayed by Anya Taylor-Joy in the underwhelming 2020 New Mutants movie. Now, this mutant magic user is extremely powerful, especially in the dimension of Limbo, where she is the Sorcerer Supreme. Now, Magic is a comic artist favorite with her striking beauty and enormous soul sword. There are various Magic cover renditions by J. Scott Campbell, Chris Bachalo, Adi Granoff, Art Germ, and Art Adams. Now, speaking of Adams, New Mutants #25 from the 2009 series is a tough find. This 1-in-25 Adams variant with Magic in the typical Art Adams pose. There are only 28 universal copies of this book on the CGC census, with only, you ready for this? Two in 9.8.
Wow.
The last 9.8 copies sold in 2020 for $400. But what's more notable is that we recently had 2 raw near mint copies sell for $275 and $300. Now, in the light of that standalone New Mutants movie, lack of clarity on how Magic will fit into the MCU, and no notable character news, these sales seem to not be content related. Likely, they're primarily based on the book's relative scarcity, plus, ready for the plus, Art Adams fandom, and perhaps a bit of interest in the more recent Adams Magic cover for Strange Academy 13. And if you own these books, make sure to head over to CovrPrice and add them to your collection so you can keep track of their value on the open market. Right?
Yeah.
It reminds you of that hot book that just came out.
Yeah, and that pose is more of just her face. Almost,
I think Tim has that,
like almost like a bird's eye view, but this one is definitely the Arthur Adams style. We've seen this. We've seen the Emma Frost version as well. I have that cover. I know this one never picked up, but it's definitely a nice key key variant. And some people are in the chat saying that New Mutants was definitely not underwhelming. I'm definitely a fan. Our man, Mr. Daddick, he's a fan. I like that movie. I thought she did a great job as Ileana. So I don't know. So, you know what? I was actually today during my lunch break, I was checking out some website called myslabs.com looking for some books on sale. And I think we got a little sponsorship over here. So let's check this out real quick.
Tired of paying 10%, 15%, or more to sell your cards, comics, and digital collectibles? How does 1% sound? Too good to be true? Well, not anymore. MySlabs.com is the web's premier user-driven marketplace for buying and selling slabbed cards, sealed wax, and now slabbed comics and digital collectibles. So the next time you're forced to pay 10% or more to sell something from your collection, head over to MySlabs.com and join the 1% revolution.
Absolutely. 1% selling. I actually was looking at books. I think I'm going to start listing on there very, very soon.
Oh, me too.
Coming up next is a book that I've definitely slept on, and it's probably the rarest of all these covers. What we got?
Noctera number 1. This is the Zoe Lachey metal, limited to 100 copies. With this recent development announcement, Noctera, as we know, is super hot. The standard cover made it to the number 1 spot this week on our Tuesday top 10 list. However, with so many covers out there, many wonder what cover is the one to buy. There's always one that reigns superior in market value, and the front runner is Zoe Lachey's metal variant from Trinity Comic, limited to 100 copies. Metal comics have been around for years, and while it's unknown who the first publisher was to do one, Exo Manowar number 1, the Monica Pelosi 1 in 500 from Valiant back in 2017, has long been thought of as the official first. At the very least, the first to popularize it. Today, metal covers are offered as the lowest and most premium version of a variant. This is a growing trend specifically around store retailers and few publishers. Scout typically does one for each of their flagship titles, and the main issue is their considerable upfront cost. They usually cost about $50 and up, and don't always draw interest in the aftermarket. Though when they're done for a key issue like Nocturna number 1, then it's only going to go up. This metal variant hit a new high sale of $600 this week and cost the buyer $50 from Trinity Comics. This was a smart gamble, and it paid off big.
This is for a raw comic book. $600.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
how many covers?
How many covers? Hold on real quick. We got a super chat from our friend Ronnie Strife. He was a big supporter of last week's Lords of the Longbox auction. Thanks, JB, for the super fast, super safe shipping. Looking forward to all the rest of that stuff, that Joker goodness box. Thank you guys for all you do and all the great shows. Yeah, I think all 3 of us had some stuff going out to Ronnie. So
yeah,
thank you so
much. Packed it up today, my friend. It'll be out
good stuff
tomorrow.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that was a great thank you for the $20 super chat, Ronnie. All right. Coming in, what is the next book, JB? Some good old video game homage.
Are we done with Noctera? I mean, it's such a hot property. I wanted to just how many covers were out on this book, and I feel like every time a book like this comes out, there's this gamble, right? That do you take it or do you not? And I felt like this one was one worth taking, and sure enough, this one's gonna blow up. Every single cover seems to be doing pretty well, including just regular old cover 1. So did you guys jump on this? Were you guys on the Noctera train? The funny train.
I was a little bit. I definitely had some in 9/8, and I already sold them just to make a quick flip. But I'm sure in the long term, those higher ratio variants could be the ones to stick around. And even this too. Zoe's got a great following. She's done a few exclusives for Something Is Killing the Children, which are killer as well. But I like this Noctera number 1 from her.
And then the other idea that I wanted to mention, limited to 100? It seems like super, super low, man. I don't see a lot of books going out there at 100. I mean, I've seen, 400, 500, 1,000, 1,500, but I don't know how many limited to 100s I've seen out there.
No, like you said, metals are expensive, so that's why they only do a very low print run. So All right. Next up, I think this is kind of right up someone's alley. What do we got?
Right. Next up on the list, we've got Rick and Morty, issue number 16, the Cartwright San Diego Comic-Con 2016 Last of Us homage cover. Originally published in 2016 from Oni Press. Now, Rick and Morty have done many popular homages across their covers. This beloved, fan-driven show turned comic has been popular ever since the first issue was featured on the canceled Comic Book Men. When that hit, various issues and covers all saw price jumps along with the first issue. Now, this Last of Us homage was one of those. Available at San Diego Comic-Con 2016, it was a mere $10 at the convention. And it had quite a sizable print run, too, of 1,500 copies. This is a perfect example of how fast the right cover at even a high print run can disappear within 5 years. While its all-time high sale was $440 for a CGC 9.8 back in August of 2021, this week marked the highest raw sale of all time at $250. We bought it for $10 probably.
Yeah, buddy.
And that book is only going to increase once The Last of Us actually comes out on HBO. So good little pickup for $10 for sure.
Absolutely. Are you guys big into picking up stuff at Comic Cons?
I usually do. Typically when I go to New York, I always used to go to the DC booth and grab all their like foil variants or their exclusives. And
it got expensive. I mean, I've been to 2 cons and I looked at all the exclusives that I bought, and I felt like I was chasing them all over the show floor, running after these exclusives.
Definitely. Excuse me. Yeah, the Rick and Morty number 16, the Cartwright San Diego Comic-Con 2016, and of course the Last of Us cover homage from the video game. What do we got there next, Ryan?
Showcase number 43. This is from 1963, and content turned comic books were always considered worthless amongst collectors. However, it's 2021, and as you can see from books like Rick and Morty and every 80s property, content-based books are some of the best investments to have been had over the past 5 years. Their market boom is quite massive. This book we're showcasing features the first appearance of James Bond in a comic book. While this has never been a cheap book, it just had its biggest sale ever last week at $3,800 for a CGC 9.4. Don't ignore content-based first appearances. We've been screaming at you forever about those.
Right.
I can't believe this book is that much.
Yeah, me either. I never seen that. I've never even seen this book, to be honest.
Yeah, for you,
this is a new one for me. Yeah, I know. This
never,
showcase run is pretty cool, though. It really
never thought about looking for this book at all. I typically look for.
I would have even known James Bond. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's your trivia question right there. What's James Bond's first appearance in comics? I would have never said Showcase issue 43. I'll tell you that.
And first appearance of Dr. No.
Look at that.
That's crazy.
Cool.
That is crazy.
All right. Well, Showcase issue number 43 from DC Comics in 1963, coming in at number 8. At number 9, got those damn dogs.
Oh man, do you? Now, I know it looks like cover A, but it's not. Don't get too excited because I did. All right. At number 9, Stray Dogs issue number 1, the exclusive preview. Published in 2021 from Image Comics. Now, Stray Dogs have seen some slight cooling in the market value lately, right? However, this book has lost absolutely no steam and fan interest. The next series, Stray Dogs Dog Days, is rumored to have 75 covers. This is incredible. Now, while the standard cover might have decreased slightly, some of the rarer covers like this exclusive preview edition are only going up. This week, a CGC 9.8 copy sold for a new high of $701. Now, this was only provided to a handful of retailers to entice them to order the book for their stores. And that's what made this one of the most desirable covers of the series. Man, I got excited. Seriously, because I look at the Shakers list every day, right? Yeah. And this popped up on there. and it said 701, and I have a 9.8 in this listed, and I got all excited. I'm like, wow, I gotta change the price. Wait a minute, there's something. Oh no, I don't have that one. Never mind.
That's crazy. The exclusive preview, and it's not even like an ash can. I guess it's like a regular size comic.
Wow.
Stray Dogs is absolutely an amazing series. I actually have the 1 in, I guess it's 15 or 1 in 25, the acetate cover. I actually need to go get that graded, to be honest. And I have a couple still the cover A's that are very similar. Obviously, this is the same cover, but Stray Dogs is popular. I think this new Stray Dogs Dog Days is just blowing up. The print run's going to be just as bad as it was with House of Slaughter. I think it's going to be way overprinted. So I'd go back instead of spending money on exclusive variants for the Dog Days. I'd go back and get the regular 1 to 5
go back
miniseries if you can.
and chase some cover A's even and regular Stray Dogs 1.
So Dodora, this book is hot because the series is hot, and Trish Foster, who is of course one of the artist writers on this, has spoken and saying that they are doing something with it other than just the comics. So be on the lookout that maybe you're going to get some type of series or movie out of this.
And it's a fantastic read. It's a fantastic read.
Yes.
Is there a trade out of it yet?
Huh?
Is there a trade out of it yet?
A trade out, is there?
Yeah, it's definitely the trade's been out.
Trade's out? Oh,
I would
I'll
say
have to grab it, read it.
All right, and so that's Stray Dogs #1, the exclusive preview from February of 2021. What's the last book on our Shakers list?
Last but not least, and definitely the favorite of the night for me, personally, Vault of Horror #12. This is EC from back in good old 1950. And this is a pretty cool sale to see this week. So at a glance, it looks like just another pre-code horror book, which was done by Johnny Craig. However, this book is tied with Crypt of Terror #17 as EC's first horror comic. EC, as you know, dominated the horror market for decades, and this issue also the first Vault of Horror issue, formerly known as War Against Crime. This week, this rare book hit a new high sale of $7,509 for a modest CGC 6.0.
okay.
That's a cool
I got
cover.
a question. So you mentioned that this changed title?
Yeah, it was
number 12. So the
War
first
Against
11
Crime.
issues, it was called what?
War Against Crime.
War Against Crime for the first 11 issues, and then on number 12 they changed it to the Vault of Horror, and it stayed Vault of Horror, I'm assuming, for quite a period of time.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool,
great looking cover. The bondage covers always sell, even if it's a male.
Good Lord, can't they see I'm alive? Not a wax dummy. I'm flesh and blood. Please, someone help me. Doom, 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 doom.
You need to go back to doing the chronic back issues, man.
You need a little one with that.
Good.
Yeah,
really good.
So that was the CovrPrice Shakers list for the week. So of course, like TiVo does, we're always going to go check out our Shakers of today on CovrPrice.
Yeah, man.
JB, why don't you give a shout out to the chat as usual?
Yeah, let's hit the chat while you're bringing up the graphics. Shout out to Aegis Comics for getting me this t-shirt and hat, by the way. Who do we got out there? Man, King of the Golden State holding down that blue wrench for us. Appreciate you. Dave Collects. Yeah, was in early. He was one of the Lord's tailgaters in early. Moonlit Comics is hanging out with us. T. Beckles, Comic Centrics. Did we get any? Who scored points? David Shane had one. Comic Centric had one. We had some people on there. Entropy and Comics is in the chat. Did he have any on his list? James Kreider ended up with one. Rush Diehard ended up with one. I was 0 for everybody. I was a big 0 for 10.
It's
I don't know about the guys on the panel.
It's always a tough list. So let's check out what's shaking today. We got to look at this first one. I mean, it's Spawn, but look at this. A 9.9. What? Just sold. Much? Where is that? I just saw
Where's
that.
The price?
It was raw.
No, it wasn't. Slide
there
down.
It is.
There it
December
is.
1st.
Oh, wow.
And a 9.9 for just under 10K.
Wow.
Whew. And I know that there's multiple 9.9s of this book on the census, so this can come up again.
Yeah, it looks like a total of 9 sales in a 9.9 according to CovrPrice. That's crazy right there. So of course I'm not like Tim and has all these Marvel books, so you'll see me having a lot more DC books, but
famous funnies.
There's this, this one's really interesting. I thought this was one we should check out. So Famous Funnies number 214 just had its most record-high sale in a 3.0 for $22.50. That's some awesome space age stuff right
Look
there.
at that, dude.
Buck Rogers. Not bad for a 3.0.
Not bad at all. What year?
1954.
1954. That was a good year.
Highest known sales, a 9.2 just last year for $7,800. Man,
I'm
that's
still amazed that you can get a book in the 50s and the 9s.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these famous funnies. You ever see
Is
them
that
on
a Frazetta
walls at
cover?
shows?
Mhm.
David Shane saying that's a Frazetta
It is.
cover.
You can see that
That's
big old Frank
nice.
Frazetta signature right there.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Right
Very
there, right
nice.
there. All right, what do we else we have? We got some Hulk stuff. Of course, the Star Wars.
Look at that crime
is in there.
suspense
Come on.
stories.
We're
We
gonna
like
pass
those
the crime
books.
suspense.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, there we go. Another one of your.
Love these.
Yeah,
I love
EC.
these.
So we were
kind of
just
books,
talking
man.
about. All right, now I'm confused. How can this one be number 9? If we
Number
just said it
6.
changed it number. Well,
It was
I thought
War Stories or something.
It was
a different
War
book.
Stories till 11, and then at 12,
It changed
Dude,
the Vault
this
of
is a
Horrors.
completely different book.
different run.
It was
Completely
like
different.
war crime story. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at the notes.
Yeah. So last sale.
War
in a
Against Crime.
6.0.
That was right.
6.0 for $800 for a crime stories. Look at that. Damn. These dark, deserted streets make me nervous ever since I sat on the jury that condemned Peter Cutoff, but I am not afraid. He was hanged this morning. And there he is.
There he is. Busted up
Good.
neck and everything.
Good stuff on that one. It's always good seeing these really odd looking books. So let's see what else we got on the Shaken today.
Well, you know what? Hold on. I need you to slide up. I know it's a popular book and everybody's seen it, but Book of Boba is coming out, folks. What is up with that book? Is it 42 or is it 68 that you want? I think it's 42, isn't it? It's definitely 42. But those are the two, 42 and 68.
Yeah. Definitely one of 42.
And Yoda, right? First full Yoda.
And the other bounty hunters as well. So it's tough to get. If you like the other bounty hunters, it's tough to get that book because they're right there on the cover, and Boba's in this issue as well. So
highlight Peter Porker's comment because that's solid. That is solid.
What do you say?
Good spec is Star Wars number 81, Boba in the Sarlacc pit.
Ah,
very
right.
nice. Star Wars 81. Great job, Peter Porker.
So we got some DC, some Marvel stuff. What's some good sales? We want to see something new. Here we go. How about the Vault of Horrors, number 35? We're going to pick some odd ones today for DC. So a 1.5 just sold yesterday for $382.99. The Vault Crypt Keeper.
Oh man, her head's about to be gone.
Oh, look at he's got the wind up too.
You know, it's that time of year. Christmas.
Why is there a Christmas tree right next to a casket?
Huh?
It's like there's a casket in her living room.
It says "Merry Christmas" to my wife. It's her casket. He's about to chop her head off. Come on, man.
Read
between the lines, bro.
Oh, come on.
Do you read comic books, bro?
I didn't understand. I didn't.
Highest known sale in a CGC 9.0 for 4K last year in December as well. So just before Christmas, somebody bought this book for 4K.
Nice. Can you imagine if he was giving it to his wife with like a we're getting a divorce letter attached to it? Here, take this.
Oh my god,
that's a little worse than divorce right there. Look at that Strange Tales, that 72 big pages.
Of course, 72 Strange Tales annual number 2, recent raw sale for $300. Spider-Man and Human Torch on the cover. Highest known sale this year in a CGC graded copy, a 9.6 for $16,800. That's definitely going to be it. That is the highest known sale in a graded book for this one.
What year
is this? This is square bound, right? I think these are the old.
Oh no, 63.
63. Yeah.
My God, that's a. How do you get a 9 in that book?
What's in it? Is it a key of any kind?
I guess so. It's got to have Spider-Man and Human Torch face off.
First appearance or first meetup or something.
No. First meetup would be Amazing Spider-Man 1. That's crazy. That's a good book, though. Definitely.
Wants to look at the Echo cover. Look at 11. Is that 11? I'm so confused with 9, 10, and 11. Which book to get? Do you guys can someone set me straight here? How
So
can 11 be the first appearance of Echo when I thought 9 was the first appearance of Echo, and then I was told 10 was the first appearance of Echo? Which one is the freaking first appearance of Echo?
JB, first appearance of Echo is issue 11. First appearance of Maya Lopez is issue number 9. First cover appearance is issue number 10. But first appearance of her as her character
Echo.
is 11. And I actually just got this back in a 9.8. So nice book to hold on to.
Golly.
But more recent
$300
sales.
in your pocket right there, buddy.
Yep. And this book just showed up on the top 10 this week as well, because as we spoke about it earlier on Tuesday, that CGC has actually changed their labels to this now, where it says first appearance of Echo. So $300 and a 9.8. Fair market value is only $50.
Thanks for explaining that to me, by the way. I had no idea. So 9 is the first Maya.
Yep.
And
This
11
10.
is the first her as Echo.
Yeah. I like 10. 10 is my favorite cover. And I actually sent a few of these to get graded. And I sold one on our auction last week, but
yeah.
And the 9
and a 9.
The 9.
Didn't you?
Yeah,
9 and a 10,
appearance.
right?
No, just 10. I've never had a 9. So yeah, see, first appearance of Maya Lopez, who becomes Echo.
Got it.
Number 10 saying.
So I'm assuming that did CGC mislabel this originally when they were doing 9?
I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. I think maybe the market, more people are sending it in, or more people have asked for it to be 11. So
ask and you shall receive.
Hey, if you complain enough,
go to that Contest of Champions book. That looks sweet.
Yeah,
that's something we don't see every day.
Yeah. Underrated for sure. 1982. $275 in a graded 9.6. Contest of Champions.
Action-packed cover. Why does Dazzler look like she's like getting choked out? Right there.
A lot of characters on that. I think, is this a Perez cover? Oh no, Jay, it's a Ramita Jr. Someone's gonna kill me in the chat because I said Perez.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of plotted like a Perez cover. Yeah.
See, I know.
Ooh, Tino's dropping some knowledge. First Marvel miniseries, he says.
Yeah, that's right. First Marvel mini. That's correct. Highest known sale, only $540 for a
modest
9.8.
It's hard. It's sad to say that $539 is a modest buy.
Yeah, when we're looking at the shakers.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Here's
that
a
weird Sans fan. Oh, there you go. Hawkeye.
The Hawkeye 1. Yeah. First appearance of Arrow, who becomes Lucky the Pizza Dog. So we got a new high sale this week in a 9.8, $275 for this awesome book. This book went to a ton of printings, but highest known sale actually is $399, and that was back in September. But there is a bunch of printings right here. As you can see, they changed the different colors. They got up to 5th printing. There's the 1 in 25 Adi Grano variant, which is amazing as well. But if you want first appearance of Arrow, who was recently shown in the Hawkeye series, this is the book to get. The Hawkeye 1.
Loving the Hawkeye series. I think episode 3 was fantastic.
Yeah, that was a good. The Echo stuff was great. Her backstory is fantastic as well. What else we have?
Weird science fantasy.
1955. CG's graded book, 3.0, $265. Let's check out this cover. Killer space.
I love it. Oh, that's cool.
See, I'm not into like these. I'm into like science and fantasy and stuff, but I'm not into like getting these comics because that would just put me down a rabbit hole that I don't even.
It really will. It really will. I'm getting really close to starting, but I got to get rid of a bunch of stuff first.
Highest known raw value, $321. Not many graded. Look at this graded. Highest graded, 7.0. Another these EC books. I'm sure someone has these.
Look at that. Look, a 7.0, 257, but a 3.0, 265. Yeah. Anything that goes up.
They don't come by raw.
Look at they just don't come by very often.
29 only 4 raw graded sales right there. And only total of 33 sales. So it's definitely a book. Maybe find it at a flea market.
Can you flip through a couple of those?
Yeah. We'll go 27.
Look at 28. That. Is that a bridge?
Rainbow Bridge, Golden Gate Bridge.
I mean, it definitely has a like. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, last is a key comic. It says last classic Frank Frazetta cover, last pre-code Frazetta cover as well. And this is the last. So this is the last issue, because then that's the last in the series for the Weird Science. So interesting stuff on the Weird Science Fantasy. All right, what else do we have, Shayton?
Journey into Fear.
Not bad. How about, this is an interesting book. Journey to Fear 18 from 1954. Raw sale, $250. Let's check out this cover. Here's the horror. That's interesting. Someone needs the cover swipe of this cover, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Got the little marijuana leaf.
Get on a KRS. Come on, Chris, you can do it.
There.
What's the highest sale on this?
Does that mean that it's made from hemp paper?
Yeah, what does that mean?
$422 for a high sale. I don't
We're
know.
talking from 1954. What are they putting pot leaves on there for?
Or maybe it's a maple leaf and you're just a pothead.
Oh, well, that too. That could be it.
Oh, that's an interesting. I like this cover. How about check out 19?
Oh, that's cool.
See, this is the next stuff that Stray Dogs needs to do, is these old school Journey into Fear.
Nice.
Harley Quinn, Tales to Astonish 3.
Why would that Star Wars? Why would that particular Star Wars book be hot? Let's go back to that one after this one, obviously.
$225 for a raw copy for Tales to Astonish number 3. No first appearances. Highest raw sale. Oh my! Highest graded sale. $3,300.
8.5.
Look at that. That is the highest. And then you look at these other graded sales. Nowhere near. Nowhere near.
Wow.
You guys said you what's a Yoda book?
Yeah, no, is that what the Yoda? Yeah. So 41 is hot because of Yoda?
He's cameo. He's a little troll. Last page.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
You know,
one
your
little
Star
panel.
Wars Yoda cameo in shadows.
So a 9.6 just sold for $215, it's a good price. I think it's an underrated book.
I love the Millennium Falcon.
And a 9.6. There is, of course, the newsstands and the Market Jewelers out there. And highest sale is only $1,000 for a 9.8.
Look at you dropping the only in front of that.
You know, $1K for a 9.8 Star Wars book. Number one's like a 5K book, and I think a 9.6 like first Boba Fett is like a $1,500 book. So Yoda's an important person in all of Star Wars lore.
Pretty damn important. Cowgirl romance, please.
You said that like you were like desperate to check this book out.
I'm totally checking this book out.
I'm checking this book
just
out
my
right
style.
$205 for a graded 4.5. Highest known. Ooh, this is actually the highest known value. $205. Wow. Let's check this out. Cowgirl.
The Rose of Mustang Mesa. Yeah.
Nice.
You are all about this one.
I am. I'm buying it. A wife for Don Diablo.
Take some of those Lords of Longbox auction winners.
Yeah, man.
Look out. Go look for
make
this
an investment. $200 investment. Hell yeah.
1951 from Fiction House. Not bad. Not bad. Some Batman books, Star Wars books is on here.
There's a lot of really cool books on here.
Yeah, this is definitely a good, checkout list this week. Strange Suspense Stories number 2 from Faust. $175 for a raw copy. And $179 is the highest sale last year for a graded 4.0. Only a total of 6 recorded sales, 5 raws, and the 1 graded. Man. Yeah, these are books you just don't see at all. There's always like one vendor that has some of these books.
Well, what does it say? Pinching, poking, tormenting demons of the supernatural on every scream-invoking page.
Oh, yeah, look at them. Tiny little demons.
Four-color demons. Isn't that a publishing company?
4-color demons?
I think I've heard of it before. I don't know. Maybe I'm making it up.
Catwoman.
Look at that Red Sonja book.
What's that? Red Sonja 2. I guess you can't find the number 1. You find the number 2. $168 for a graded 9.8. That's a steal. Absolute steal. highest known value
Ooh.
as well.
You know what?
165.
You're the perfect person to ask this question too. Image Comics
Uh-oh.
92 wants to know what your thoughts are on Star Wars Dark Horse next year.
Oh, the IDW changing over. I think it's going to be interesting. I don't think it's everything. It's just really the all ages stuff. So really, like all that High Republic adventure stuff is, I guess, going to Dark Horse.
Do you hit that topic on your podcast?
Yes, we talked about it 2 weeks
Image.
ago on the Comic-Con podcast.
Go check out those back. Go check out those back broadcasts on that podcast, man. That's good listening, Image.
So we have. Let's round it out. What's the round? Oh, so here it is. So we talked about the 42. There's the 68 for stars. How about this one? Wolverine number 2. This is some classic.
Was that first Silver Samurai? No, I thought
no, just a regular, his first, ongoing one. But $159 in a graded 9.8 yesterday sold. They of course also have the newsstand, but the rec stand. More, oh my God, high sale of 9.8, 303. These 80s Wolverine covers, these are the books that you want to be investing in right now.
Really?
303.
Well, I mean, there's only a few keys in that whole run, though, isn't there?
Still, these early covers, like the 1 to 10s, and then like because the back cover has like a
there's
like
another art on the back, yeah.
Like
I know.
Rob
8
Liefeld has one.
8 is the one with the Hulk, right? The Joe Fixit Hulk.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur, she's coming soon. All right, so that's it for Thursday night. 50 minutes on the Shaker Show Comic-Con podcast takeover again.
There we go.
Long show. All right, everybody. Ryan, any last words?
Awesome night. What can I say? It's great to be with you guys. And it's great to have everybody in the live chat. Hit that thumbs up and tell your friends. If anybody knows, I look to see if they're in the chat room. If anybody knows Oscar Murphy or Comic Book Countdown, aka Ken McKenna, tell them I need their address to send their books, because the auction, they were the 2 people that didn't send addresses. So I'm looking for them.
On the rewind, guys.
Yeah, I sent them emails. So check your email and get back to me so I can send you your stuff. Everybody else, your stuff's going out tomorrow. So thank you very much.
Awesome. JB, Discovery Bay.
Hey man, thanks for having me again. I love Thursday night. I love this list. I love this crowd right here. I'm pointing at the chat. You guys can't see, but I'm pointing at the chat that I have up. I love these guys over here in the chat that come and hang out with us every Thursday, and the people at CovrPrice that go through the work to put these lists together and put these scripts for us to read. You guys are fantastic. Shout out to you. If you are in the chat watching us on the rewind, you haven't done it already, hit the thumbs up on your way out. Definitely. And I dropped the video. I'll drop a link in the live chat. Go check it out. Thanks.
Yeah, JB's videos compressing 2.5 hours to 6 minutes is a great video. For myself,
and I got one more thing to say. I'm sorry, if you haven't seen Get Back, go watch it right now. It's probably the best rock and roll documentary I've ever watched.
Oh yes.
Ooh. If you're a Beatles fan,
definitely.
Phenomenal.
I actually am
Phenomenal.
still behind.
Watched it all. It was so good. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Make sure the latest episode of the Comic-Con podcast drops on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and Anchor FM tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern time. You can always check out the back issues. Make sure you're following myself, Nemesis Prime, and the Comic-Con podcast on Instagram. That's it. Let's find some music to get out of here. Enjoying everyone else's Thursday night. Enjoy the rest of your week, everybody. We'll be back here on Tuesday for the CovrPrice Top 10.
Bye.
What else we got? I gotta find something good. Let's do a.
You can't not leave without saying keep digging in them long boxes. Come on, man.
That's right. I forgot about that on Tuesday too. It's a lot of stuff when you're taking over as host.
I mean,
anyway, everybody, keep digging in those long boxes. Peace out.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
Oh my God.
In the great hall of the Justice League,
There are assembled the world's three greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve